Hello, 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 and welcome to episode number 33 of the Sista-Cousins Candid Conversations podcast. Today, we are going to try to discover what is the best way to break up with somebody. Are you a person who's been dumped, or are you the one who's doing all the dumping? Anyhow, we're going to try to find out what's the best course to break off a relationship with somebody. Well,
Okay, so I get started.
okay, we're going to get started then, girl. Are you the dumpy or are you the dumper?
I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been dumped. I've dumped. I've ghosted. I've been ghosted. Which, by the way, I think is the worst possible way to stop dealing with somebody. Do not ghost people. We grown. We are grown. Just say, you know what? Right now, I'm in a place in my life where this ain't it. I mean, whatever you need to do, but just like ghosting somebody, then Also,
what's your definition of ghosting?
Okay, so if I'm texting you, calling you, and you not responding, I'm sending out smoke signals. I'm contacting you on every social media platform. I mean, I'm basically stalking you, and you're not responding. So, I mean, you basically telling me.
How long do you do that before you just give up? Like,
I guess it really
ghosting period lasts.
I really guess it depends on the person, because I know somebody who literally called, text somebody for over a month with no response. Girl, please, you get three. You get three options. I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna get a phone call. I'm gonna wait for a response. You're gonna get a text. I'm gonna wait for a response. And you might get one last text, and that mug gonna say, "Yeah, this is gonna be my last time contacting you." That's too much. I ain't got time. So
okay, so I'm the person. If your text say I ain't gonna call you no more, duh. That would be in your best interest not to call me no more, because I'm not answering you.
Right. So like, but
you want to say please and thank you.
I'm just saying there are people out here ghosting people, and then you have some people who got self-esteem issues. So if somebody ghosts them, they may wait. And I know this because I've had this conversation. So I have a friend. This girl basically ghosted him. I'm not a girl. This woman basically ghosted him. And we talked about it. And I was like, bruh, just let it go. She don't want you. She's not interested. Why 2 months later, he felt he needed some closure. I don't know why. The closure was she didn't contact you again. And he sent her another message. Eventually, she blocked him. I mean, because, that's what people do. But let's talk about some of the best ways to break up with somebody. Me personally.
Wait, hold on, Killer. Can we wait a minute? Hold on. What do you? Okay, I was gonna say, Joanna, what do you think is the worst way to be dumped or ghosted? Like, what do you think the worst way is? I think the worst way is to be texted. Like, this ain't gonna work out. Yeah. It's like we okay. First of all, you okay? We've been talking all this time, however long. So you mean tell me you can't pick up the phone and say, hey, look at, cause things ain't you, it's me. You know what I mean? At least show me that much respect. Use that whack line. It ain't you, it's me. This ain't gonna work out. You just gonna text me, it's over, or I think that's whack.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Now I'm usually I told y'all beforehand, I'm usually the one that gets dumped. So I don't really have I don't think I've ever broke up with someone. I think they've all either broken up with me or just kind of fizzled out. We just kind of just left it like that. But so I think for me, it would be, the text message or do y'all remember we used to have pagers back in the day? I remember this guy paged me.
Over, you can't page over.
Right. And he paged me. I called him back and he was like, I don't want to see you no more. And I was like, like, why? Like, what did I do? What happened? So I don't know. I guess, when you think the relationship is going in a certain way, then you get a text that says, hey, I don't want to be with you no more. Or you get someone who just doesn't respond to you. Like, to me, I guess in a sense, I want closure too. Like, dang, what did I do? Did you just this is not what you wanted? What, I need something. Just don't not say anything.
Yeah.
But I'm also the type that I don't stalk people. Like, if you tell me that, I'm not about to call like, why? What did I? Now I may be in my mind at home crying and thinking about like what the heck happened, but I'm not about to call you and hunt you down and trace you and try to figure it out. If you tell me that, I'm gonna just go back. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm not gonna try to figure out what happened, but I'm gonna be thinking about it.
I guess it still would probably depend on the length of the relationship and how deep into the relationship be. I mean, if you were in a committed relationship with somebody and y'all been dating for a year or two or whatever, then all of a sudden you might call and be like, so what happened? What's going on? What did I do? Everybody wants closure, I guess. I mean, and sometimes some people can't accept
right
the closure. I mean, it does it have to necessarily be you? Can it just be the other person? They can just want to be a whoremonger. It's like, hey, like you stated, kind of like, you want to be married or settle down with kids. I ain't ready for that. So I think that, it's best I set you free and you let me go on about my way. Or a person can just want to be out there in the streets and creeping and sneaking around and whoever they want to be with. Now most people back in at least me growing up, they ain't break up with you. They was having a peanut butter and jelly on the side. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, I would prefer you to break up with me than you cheating. Right. So I don't know, which is it worse to be dumped or worse to be cheated on? I think it's worse to be cheated on.
I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna go ahead and say, go ahead, break up with me instead of cheating on me, because I don't want to have to run you over with my car. So I want you to break up with me, because I'm just saying, I just think like it's better to break up with somebody than to cheat on them. I feel like this: if you don't want to be with me, don't be with me. I'm good with that. Right. Be with whoever make you happy. If it comes down to you choose between me and somebody else, don't choose me. Don't choose me, because it shouldn't have been nobody else that you needed to choose from in the first place. So go ahead, break up with me, because I am the prize. And that's on
which place, first, second, or honorable mention? Which prize are you?
Number one, I am the gold medal, like from the Olympics. Y'all know it's real gold too.
Yes, it is.
Well, I guess another bad way to break up with somebody is to tell a friend of a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, oh girl, listen, I'm not with him, no. You let her know, like, huh? You want me to tell him or her that you don't want to be with her no more? Like,
yeah. I love when I see those stories, like you have those celebrity stories where they're like, well, I found out when everyone else found out. It was on TMZ.
I was like, ooh, that's kind of cold. That's cold-blooded.
That's cold right there. It's like,
they thought about that. You know what I'm saying? They thought about that and put that out there.
Okay, so me personally, I feel like this. If I don't want to be with you, I'm so smooth, cool with telling you I don't want to be with you. But everybody know I'm very blunt and to the point. So it's not an issue for me. Now, I will tell y'all, grown men, grown women too. When somebody tell you what it is, believe them. Do not try to change their mind. If they say if you get with somebody and in the very beginning they be like, well, I really want to spend time with you, but I'm not ready for a relationship. Okay. They might not be ready for a relationship with you. They may not be ready for a relationship. That's just like, okay. So you either accepting what it is or you not. But know this, if I tell you I don't want to be with you, believe me, I don't.
It's like it's the truth, huh?
It's the God's honest truth. I'm not telling you I want to be with you so that you can go harder in the paint for me. I'm telling you I don't want to be with you because I don't want to be with you.
So have you ever been in, like, I had a breakup with someone who told me that he wasn't ready for a relationship, and literally like 2 months later he had married somebody else.
So basically he wasn't ready for a relationship with you.
And I think I was so hurt based on that, because it was like, dang, if you just didn't want to be in a relationship with me, why didn't you just say that?
That would be pretty hurtful. That would be pretty hurtful.
To me, that is like foul. It's like, you know, you don't want to be in a relationship with me. Just be honest, but don't say you don't want to be in a relationship and then I run into you at the store with your new wife. It's like, what?
Or how about you in a whole relationship with somebody and then they go and marry somebody else? Y'all remember that? That's the video. Congratulations, baby. Just saying, you in a whole relationship with somebody and they marry somebody else.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
I know 2 people that happened to.
See, right there, that right there would make somebody get hurt because
I'm telling you,
I think I've only had 2 times where I actually, and I hate to say this, I actually wanted to kill somebody over a relationship.
Girl, like them feelings will make you say you somewhere you don't want to go.
With your heart, I mean, like literally, I could have ran this person over 3 times and kept
like a speed bump in the projects, girl.
I'm like, and literally, okay, so
in a low rider, huh?
Right.
Girl.
But it was, you know, that was really devastating. That took me like a really long time to get over that. But it was like literally had me mad at family for no reason. I mean, just, just played with my feelings.
Listen, some people, and this is why I always say, when you break up with somebody, you really need to give yourself a moment because people be jumping from relationship to relationship, and you'll be leaving these relationship PTSD. Y'all need to heal, get some therapy, because these relationships truly do be causing post-traumatic stress.
Yes, they do.
Listen, so my high school boyfriend, who shall remain nameless, Donulin.
Okay.
Your big mouth. So this is I broke up and then I got dumped situation. They had graduated from high school already, came up to the school. I'm like, hey, what you doing here? Oh, I came to take Susie Q to lunch. Who? Susie, excuse me? Oh, now this is my boyfriend. You can come if you want to. Wait a minute.
Wait, ain't that a scene from Love and Basketball?
I don't listen. You was in college. You came home. I didn't know you was home. You came up to the high school to take Susie Q to lunch, and you happened to see me and invite me to your lunch date. Girl, when I tell them Renee and was crying my eyeballs out. Broke their relationship off. Got revenge. My freshman year of college. That same boyfriend, payback was inevitable for that person. And so somebody snitched on me. I had a whole boyfriend at college. Somebody went back home and told said high school boyfriend that I had a new boyfriend. I got straight ghosted. He wasn't returning no calls. I couldn't get through. I'm calling his homie. I'm like, hey, what's up? But no, you gotta talk to him. Ghosted. But you cheating on me.
Right.
And then
what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander.
You know, when a man is cheating on you, it's all good. But then if he catch you stepping out of the door, so he like heartbroken.
You dead. You are dead to him.
He like can't eat and sleep for days. But now that's something that's happened with me, and you all devastated. It's like I've never understood that. I've never.
Girl, me, my mama, and my stepfather, we drove this fool to college, dropped him off. He basically stayed at my parents' house the night before. I'm crying. We take him to college. You know, the first couple of weeks, hey, high school going, house basketball, yada yada, everything good. Girl, another month or 2. Why you ain't call me? Look, I'm in college. I got to study. I got basketball practice. Oh, pump your brakes, player. Cheating. You forgot all about me, girl. Forget all about me.
Listen, I had one. He didn't break up with me. He cheating. I found out. I mean, I knew he was cheating, which was cool because I was cheating on him too. But I found out. So I ultimately broke up with him because this girl called me crying on the phone because she was pregnant by him. Mm-hmm. And she wanted to tell me first because her brothers who knew me told her that when it came to him, I was crazy. I resembled that remark. It was a very toxic situation.
So what did she think you were gonna do for her?
I guess she thought I was gonna hurt her or something. And I was like, well, have you told him yet? She told me before she told him that she was pregnant.
Wait, she told you so you wouldn't hurt her? She wanted to come clean?
Yeah, she was scared. She was scared. So I was
like,
well,
when everything was good.
I was like, well, have you told him? No. So I was like, oh, okay, click over. You know, this was before cell phones. I mean, we had cell phones.
Three-way calling.
Three-way call. And so she called him and she told him, and the first thing out his mouth was, don't tell, you know, what my nickname was, because she gonna kill me. That was the first thing out his mouth.
We all know your nickname.
Don't go down.
Donnie.
Anyway, no, not that nickname.
Oh.
So I remember thinking to myself, like, this fool really?
Where my pearls at?
Really, like, oh, okay. So ultimately we broke up, and it was cool because I was cheating on him with his best friend. It's all good. But it was just the principality of the situation. Like, bruh, not only are you cheating, but you had a baby. You just nasty.
Well, what you think he was doing? I mean, the baby just a result of the nastiness.
Right.
That's the result.
You ain't supposed to bring a baby. That's just like them break babies. We wasn't even on no break though. But anyway. Okay.
I never had that situation. So
no. But I think like you should always be upfront. If you don't want to be with somebody, just tell them. Another way, I mean, I know y'all are against text messages, but you know, you can always write a handwritten note, like a card. So like when I broke
sorry, I don't love you anymore.
Listen, when I broke up with this person I was just talking about, I found this card at Walgreens. Walgreens used to have the cards for everything, okay? And it talks about how wonderful love is. And then at the end it said, but sometimes love just isn't enough. And then I wrote this.
That'll get you hurt. You playing with people's emotions. They got to read about it on the mail.
And then I wrote this little note
stabbed in the heart
on the side and said, please don't contact me again. This relationship is toxic. We will no longer be moving forward, blah, blah, blah. And I mailed it. Now, then there was another instance where I broke up with somebody.
Wait, I got a question. What was happening between the time you wrote it and the time they received it? Like what happened in them 2 days? Did y'all still kicking it in 2 days?
I told them I had to work. I was working overtime or something. I don't know. Who knows? I lied.
You lied.
Basically, anyway. So, and it was hard to break up with this person because I loved their family. Like they dad, that was my dude. So it was hard. But then there was this other instance where I wrote this letter. I actually typed it up. And I wrote I put all the wonderful things in there about this person and and then I put the things that were toxic about the situation and how I couldn't move forward in it. However, if at some point that person decided to get the help they need because they truly needed therapy and we reconnected, then I would be willing to reevaluate the situation.
So okay, I have a question. So when they received these letters, did they contact you? Like,
okay, so that person, when I typed up and signed, I actually handed it to him. It was on Valentine's Day too.
Oh,
but
wow.
check it out. Wait. I gave him his Valentine's Day gift like at midnight. I didn't break up with him until like 5:30 the next day. So he got his gift.
Y'all pray.
First of all, okay, this is retarded. So we are in agreement that text messaging and ghosting, and I think writing a letter is awful to break up with somebody.
Right.
Y'all remember back in the day they used to have them Dear John letters? Dear John.
Dear Abby, this is not Dear. Let's on a quick Google search. Daniela, come back to earth. On a quick Google search, how to break up respectfully. When a relationship ends, in the beginning, it's exciting. You can't wait to see your BF, boyfriend, or GF, girlfriend, and it feels amazing to know that he or she feels the same way. The happiness and excitement of a new relationship can overpower everything else, but nothing stays new forever. Things change as couples get to know each other better. Some people settle into a comfortable, close relationship. Other couples drift apart. There are lots of different reasons why people break up. Growing apart, change your mind about how you feel about the person. However, why is breaking up so hard to do?
It's not.
Well, the don'ts, okay? Don't avoid the other person or or the conversation you need to have, okay? Don't do that. You never want the person you're breaking up with to hear it from someone else before hearing it from you. Don't rush into a difficult conversation without thinking it through. You may say things that you regret, Donulin.
I don't regret none of them.
Don't disrespect. Speak about your ex or soon to be ex with respect. Be careful not to gossip or badmouth him or her. Think about how you feel. You want your ex to say only positive things about you after you're no longer together. Plus, you never know, your ex could turn into a friend, or you might even rekindle a romance someday.
I'm not good with these at all.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I am 40 plus, 42, getting ready to be 43 years old. I'm not going to tiptoe around no grown man. You grown. Listen here, bro. It's not working. It's something about you. You know, I test drove the car. They let you keep a Tesla for a week, I think. So I had you for a little while. I tried out your features. They don't meet my needs. Now I'm returning the product.
Just like Walmart. Walmart take back anything.
Girl, Walgreens do too. Walgreens will. You ain't even gotta have no receipt at Walgreens. They'll take it back in your in-store credit. So listen, folks be, you know, I truly believe that you know who your person is. Okay, so I believe a man and a woman, in most instances, know if the person is somebody they want a friend zone, somebody they want to bed, or somebody they want to have a committed relationship with within a week of knowing that person, sometimes faster. So I feel like this, men and women too, and I'm just using myself as an example. Someone that I dated, we dated, they told me they had a roommate. Turns out the roommate was actually the girlfriend. But because we lived like an hour and a half away from each other, they would always come visit me. And so I didn't find out about said girlfriend, aka roommate, until 3 months in. You took away my choice to decide whether or not I wanted to be bothered with you. And even though you had a girlfriend, don't take away somebody's choice. Just be 100. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You never know who might be okay with the whole sharing thing. I'm an only child. Never really learned how to share. Okay. I want my own. Okay. So.
Well, let's talk about good ways or positive ways to break up with somebody. Do you have any, Daniel?
Bye, Felicia.
I would say.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm serious. Seriously. I truly believe the best way to break up with someone is to have an open, honest conversation. If you communicate openly, honestly, vulnerably, and effectively in all relationships, whether it's a friendship, a personal, intimate relationship, whatever, if you have that open line of communication where you can be who you are and you can talk to that person, having this conversation won't be an issue. Don't lie to your person that you're dealing with on a Friday and say, hey, I had an emergency come up this weekend. I will reach back out to you on Sunday evening. Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out what the emergency is. You hurt? Your mama hurt? Your daddy hurt? Your daughter hurt? What's going on? I'm texting, hey, at least let me know everything is okay. Well, then come Sunday evening, now you come with your tail between your legs talking about, well, I need to talk to you about some things. I lied. Oh, okay, so you didn't have an emergency. You had some weekend company. Bruh.
So let me ask a question. When you guys break up with someone, do you remain friends with them? Because I don't. Like, if we're broken up, we're done. That's over with. Like, I
have been friends with probably 98% of my exes. I ended up, some relationships were still friendships, not relationships, friendships were still into play when I got married. However, I ended up cutting those relationships off. I mean, because now that you have to answer the question, I think that men and women can be friends. However, even though some even like my high school boyfriend, I mean, he had come over my house a few times, while my husband was there. But that just ended up, it was just, I think it was just too much familiarity with each other to kind of keep that friendship. And I had a husband or whatever. So
I'm not really talking about like being friendly. Like if I ran into an ex today, I don't think I would be like negative or ooh. I think there's maybe only one that I'd be like, acting like I didn't see. Maybe two. But for the most part, like I can be friendly with them. Like if I run into them, hey, how you doing? But it's after the breakup, it's like it was never me calling them, us hanging
too
out.
soon. Yeah. None of that.
None of that. Like it's never been none of that.
But I have, that's what I'm saying. I have had friendships with exes. Now I tell you what, I do not go back. Like a relationship, never. We could never, ever 50 years from now, we could never again. You could never again. You would never know what my neck smell like ever again in life. We can be cool,
ever,
but you'll never get a second chance. Is once that is done, it's over and done. Now we could be cool and hey, how you doing? I could be out to dinner with my husband and see you and your wife, girlfriend, whoever, and be like, hey, how you doing? I would tell my husband, hey, that's remember, boo. But yeah, but I have had friendships with ex-boyfriends after the relationship, but that's it. Like I can be cool because the thing is, to me, I think men and women can be friends if you don't have those feelings. And once that is over, it's over for me. So I don't have those. I really wonder what it would have, should have, could have been like. I know once we done, it's over.
So I've only ever had 2 what ifs. Okay. I had 2 what ifs. But friendship wise, unless you in prison, I mean, we still cool. And the only reason we not cool because you're in prison, because I really don't, I mean, bruh, I'm not gonna come visit and I ain't finna have no letter writing campaign. So I mean,
you gonna be no pen pal?
I don't need no pen pal. I tried to do it when Wani was in Italy. It didn't work out. I think I might have wrote her 2 whole letters. So
out there, did I ever write any? Like
so so I have friendships with like some exes. I've actually gone out to dinner, kicked and hung out. Somebody might hit me up and be like, hey, I got tickets to this. You want to go? Bruh, free? I was like, yo, you buying dinner? I'm in. I mean, and then and they, I ain't even gonna front. You offer a free meal? I'm visiting. What's up? What you cooking? Who else coming? I mean, it could just be us. It can be company. I don't care. Free meal. I'm all day down for free food. That's why I'm thicker than a Snicker. But I don't have any issues with that. I think there was this one person. We refer to him, my best friend and I, we refer to him as him. We never say his name because it's like, saying the candy man in the mirror or something, he might appear. So
still ain't said it 3 times.
You know what I'm saying? So we had this, I don't even know what you call it, for like 20 plus years, this back and forth type, unhealthy type situation. And finally, at one point, we were both single at the same time, but at that point we were in different stages of our lives. I had small children, his children were grown, and he had this like bulldog looking chick that he was seeing. And so I was like, well, I think that I'm sorry. Really? I think that she did look like a pit bull. As my best friend. So I was like, I think that we should just, stop communicating for good, like in all communication. Like, because there was always there were going to be several times throughout the year that we were going to communicate with each other. And if we were in the same vicinity, we would see each other. So I was like, I think it's time that we completely stop communicating. He was like, are you sure that you can handle it? I was like, I'm good with it. I was like, are you sure you can handle it? He was like, yeah. Now keep in mind, he didn't really want to get married to nobody no more. I promise you, 2 weeks after I said, let's stop communicating, him and the bulldog got married. They ain't together no more. But it was just, it's just, you know, so, and it was, and then, you know, there's always, I have one, like I said, I had two what ifs. That was one of my what ifs. And then my other what if was my little high school boyfriend, my first ever person that I loved. And he was always my what if just because he was like the sweetest person I have ever met in my entire life. I mean, I'm over it now because I'm old as dirt, but I don't have a problem hanging out with some exes. Now, the one that I just talked about that married the bulldog, I would never communicate with that person again because it's just, that person just like, this is the magnet. This is the stuff that gets attached to the magnet. It's like that. It's
just toxic, huh?
It's toxic. It's just toxic. You know, so, but for me, I just feel like everyone should always be honest and communicate. Be who you are. If ever you're dealing with someone, whether it's initial stages or any place throughout the relationship where you have to stop being you to please them, cut it out.
That's real lame.
I know, right? Y'all remember that from Full House?
Yeah, that's real lame. I don't really know how many. Again, I think the best way is to, just like Donnie says, to have that full, blown, grown up conversation and just say, hey, this is not working for me. Obviously, it's not working for you. We're bickering or we're this or we're that. And just have that conversation and be adult enough to, recognize, I truly do believe people come in your life for a reason and a season, a reason and or a season or whatever. And so, that person may be there for the moment, for comfort or for friendship or whatever, but that doesn't mean that the person has to stay in your life. But if it's a relationship where it's difficult because you don't really maybe want to hurt that person or whatever, maybe you just ain't no earthly good and that person is too good for you. I think that maybe if you took a person that they trusted, like a friend or family member that they, were close to, and, maybe you had that conversation with them and that person being there to comfort the person that you're breaking up with, that might be helpful. But I don't know any other respectable way, but just to have a conversation. It's probably, it could definitely be rough or scary or you feel some kind of way or whatever. But I just think out of respect for that person, I think a person owes it to whoever they're going to break up with, I think, unless it's.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you just shady Grady and you ain't grown enough to have a conversation, but you want to let them know it's over, get with your next and then go somewhere where you know they're going to be and be cuddled up with your next. Then they get the hint. I'm just saying, you got to do what you got to do.
That is not
a proper way to break up.
I'm joking, people. I'm joking. Don't do it.
I think honesty is the best policy. I think, I know for me anyway, anger comes in is when I feel like I'm being duped or I feel like my emotions are being played with or whatever. And I don't think anybody deserves that. If you're not serious about the relationship and you see it headed in a different direction, then you need to come clean with that person and say, look, I know this is what you want. I can't be that for you right now. Now, if that person crazy enough to still hold on and try to win you or change you, then that's on them.
Block and delete. Block and delete.
So I think I think the anger comes in for me is when I feel like people, have played with my emotions and my feelings, who have, said things that they know that they weren't going to do and, set me up.
I want to spend forever with you. I want us to build a future together.
Things you said, and then you believe in them, and the whole time they got a whole another girlfriend, or two or three.
A harem of girlfriends, like the ones that be sending them good morning, beautiful texts. Bruh, take me out the rotation. Take me out the rotation.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's like don't play with me like that because that'll get you stabbed in the heart.
Well, my Google search.
And wait a minute. Not only will it get you stabbed in the heart, but she got some cousins who one of them ain't afraid to do some time. She ain't gonna tell who did the crime. So come at us if you want to. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's very contradictory of 1 or 2 episodes ago.
I'm just saying.
Remember?
I said you ain't afraid to do the time. I wasn't talking about me.
Oh, okay. Make it clear. Make it plain and clear.
Listen, audience,
Here's some dudes to break up. Think over what you want to say and think over what you want and why you want it. Even if the other person might be hurt by your decision, it's okay to do what's right for you. Think about what you'll say and how the other person might react. Will your boyfriend or girlfriend be surprised, sad, mad, or hurt, or even relieved? Think about the other person's point of view, and feelings can help you be sensitive. It also helps you to prepare. Do you think the person you're breaking up with might cry, lose his or her temper? How will you deal with that? So you plan ahead. Have good intentions. Let the other person know that he or she matters to you. Think about the qualities you want to show toward the other person, like honesty, kindness, sensitivity, respect, and caring. And be honest, but not brutal, Danielin. Tell the other person the thing that attracted you in the first place and what you like about him or her. Then say why you want to move on. Honesty doesn't mean harsh. Don't pick apart the other person's quality as a way to explain what's not working. Think of ways to be kind and gentle while still being honest. And say it in person. You shared a lot with each other. Respect that by breaking up in person. If it helps, confide in someone you trust. It can help to talk through your feelings with a trusted friend. So I think that's some really, 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 really good advice.
Question, have any of you ever had a relationship where you tried to break up and they just would not leave?
Oh,
yeah. How did you handle that?
I wrote him a letter.
Yeah.
And when I gave it to him, I had two of my homeboys who like 6'2" sitting outside so that he would leave. And then for like the next month, I had them escort me home because I didn't know if he was going to come back. I ain't even go front. Like, I had tried to break up with him 4 times before that. He wouldn't go away. It was like, do I need to get a restraining order? Yeah, it's some people who just don't get it.
Look.
No.
Yeah, but I love, listen, okay, so I just think that you need to have like a relationship breakup kit, like a survival kit, okay? So you need to have a playlist. Once it's over, whether you get broke up with or somebody break up with you, you need to have a playlist, right? Because, you need to start the healing process. Don't just get with somebody else. So you need to have a playlist. You need to have at least a couple of good movies that you can watch so you can cry it out. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to get it out. My go-to is Beaches, Steel Magnolias.
Maybe you should create that and make some money off of it. You just create a different ones, put it online, and they can just order it offline.
I'm just saying. Okay, and then make sure you got that one homegirl or two or your sister cousins that you can call and get you through it, even though they on the other end of the phone, like, not this again. They gonna go ahead and let you get that ugly cry out with the snot all up in your ear. Girl, I'm telling you, you gotta have it.
I'm really watching TV. Ooh, girl, yeah. They pay no attention.
And then after you know what I'm saying, give yourself a good 3 solid days to get it all out your system. On day 4, girl, go take that shower, get your hair done, fresh cut, do your makeup, put on that fit that every time you put it on, you look good. And then just go somewhere. Hey, I'm just saying, make yourself love yourself.
You sound like you need to write a book.
I was talking to my cousin about that I might need to write a book, but
let me tell y'all the ultimate, this is how you should break up. Y'all should break up with somebody the way President Donald Trump broke up with the United States. Did y'all hear his speech?
Hey,
we gotta go there.
I respect him. He said, look here, we had an excellent relationship. I did this. You better recognize. You do, boo? You'll be all right. Okay. If they just do the same thing that I did. If they don't, be careful. I'm just saying. So listen, I wrote this speech. I wrote some. So imagine I was in a relationship with I was married and my boo was married or whatever, had a different relationship. Listen, this is kind of cool. This has been an incredible relationship. We accomplished so much together. I want to thank all of my family, my friends, and my staff, and so many others for being here. I want to thank you two for your efforts and your hard work. You have no idea how hard this family has worked. And they worked for you. They could have had a much easier life. I mean, they were rich. They had Secret Service. They had maids and butlers. However, they did a fantastic job. Thank you, Sista-Cousins. Thank you both. It's been something very special, and we've accomplished a lot together. My husband has been okay. This is real. My husband has been a gentleman with such grace and dignity. He didn't even attempt to kick your butt, not one time. And he was so popular with my family and so popular with my Sista-Cousins. In fact, honey, would you like to say a few words? Oh, you want me to say it for you? Okay. Well, he says, being a fool stuck at home was my greatest honor while she was out with you. Thank you so much for your financial contributions to my household and buying her the expensive gifts that I didn't have to buy. You will be in my thoughts and my prayers every time we make love or kiss, because I be thinking, did she kiss you the same way?
What is you?
God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless me for going over to your house to kick things off. Thank you. Now, what we had done has never been done before by any standard. We've traveled around the world. We created a child together. We created something out of nothing, a new kind of adultery.
What?
We took care to bribe all of these people who found out, and all of your no good friends from the hood. They gave us the highest approval rating, and this has never been done before. We threatened them, but we picked up the bill when we took them out to eat. So I said all this to say all these words that he was using, he was basically saying like, hey, we had a good relationship, okay? The relationship was the bomb.com. I did this for you. I did that for you. I did that for you. And so now you moving on to your new boo. I'm going to let you do that. And everything should be good. As long as your new boo do everything that I was doing for you, you're going to be all right. But if they don't, like raising taxes, you're going to be in trouble.
Listen.
I'm on my way to Florida. Deuces.
I just say, if you break up with me, just, for my future boo who might not want to stay being my boo, if you break up with me, can you take me out to dinner? When you break up with me, like, feed me first. I might take it better.
I don't know if
that's the best way to break up. I told them all the wonderful things you did for them.
I mean, but see, that's what made it funny. That's what he like, listen, I was the best side dude that you'd ever had. This is what I did for you, okay?
No.
Now you know.
This is the problem. Everybody think they is a good man or a good woman, and nobody want to recognize their toxic traits. You might be a good man, but you might not have been a good man for her. You might be a good woman. You just ain't a good enough woman for him. And that's okay. You might be too above their standards. They might not be able to get with that. It's all good. Listen, I just need somebody who, when I come home from work, is going to massage my feet, because I wear heels to work every day. I need my feet and my legs massaged. Maybe even a little booty massage. I don't know. But I'm going to need...
Yeah, mine.
with y'all. Anyway...
Y'all retarded.
I have to admit, I actually did think that this was one of his better speeches.
Yes,
I think this was one of his better speeches.
I respect him for that. He was like, hey, it's over, but I just want to remind, in case you forgot, this is what I need to
set it to. Somebody need to set it to the beat of Ether from Nas, the speech.
Yeah, I got no respect for that. I was like, oh, okay. He wanted to I'm just letting you know, you moving on, you chose somebody else, but don't forget what I had done. So when things don't turn out like you thought, you gonna wish you had me, boo.
Wow, silly. Anyway, audience members, listeners, please, if you have some ideas about best ways to break up with people or not, share them in the comments, either on our YouTube channel or on our podcast. Make sure that when you listen to our podcast on Podbean, that you give us a 5-star rating. Also, if you listen to our podcast on any other platform, give us 5-star rating. If you are listening to our podcast and watching it on YouTube, please like, comment, and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be releasing new episodes twice a month, the first and third week of each month. And we are still looking for great suggestions on topics that we can have. So please share those with us. We are always interested in having something different and new. Also, if you would like to be a guest on our podcast, let us know. We're interested in that as well. So we are enjoying this. We are having so much fun during our podcast, and we're looking forward to continuing.
That's it.
That's all I got.
On that note, peace and hair grease.
Mic drop like
Don't hurt nobody. Be kind.